This is the story of the end of the world. Not with a bang, but with a cough. A superflu engineered in a military lab that wiped out 99% of the population. But the real story began after the dying was done. It is the story of the handful of survivors who were left to inherit the empty, silent continent and the epic battle they would have to fight for the soul of humanity. Our story begins with a single moment of catastrophic failure. A security guard escapes a bioweapon lab carrying a world-killing plague he calls Captain Trips. The virus is apocalyptic in its efficiency, with a near 100% mortality rate. In a matter of weeks, society crumbles into chaos, paranoia, and death. The world becomes a graveyard, filled with the ghosts of the dead. The handful of immune survivors are left adrift and alone, and they all begin having the same two recurring dreams. Some dream of Mother Abagail, a 108-year-old woman in Hemingford Home, Nebraska. She is a benevolent, godlike figure, a prophet who calls the good-hearted survivors to join her in Boulder, Colorado, to build a new, peaceful society. And others dream of Randall Flagg, the Dark Man, the walking dude. He is a demonic, charismatic sorcerer who gathers the broken, the violent, and the power-hungry to Las Vegas, to build an empire of chaos, indulgence, and absolute destruction. As the survivors journey across the dead country, we meet our scattered heroes. There is Stu Redman, a stoic factory worker from Texas, who was the first man the government found who was immune. There is Fran Goldsmith, a pregnant college student from Maine, who may carry the future of humanity. We meet Larry Underwood, a narcissistic rock star who must learn to be more than his selfish past, and Nick Andros, a deaf-mute wanderer who becomes one of the most important leaders. Drawn by their dreams, they and others converge on Boulder, Colorado. Under Mother Abigail's guidance, they form the Boulder Free Zone, a fledgling democracy. They restore power, hold town meetings, and try to rebuild not just a society, but a moral and just one, a stark contrast to the growing darkness in the West. But in Las Vegas, Flagg is building an army. His followers are the worst of humanity, psychopaths like Lloyd Henreid, his right-hand man, and fanatics like the Trash Can Man, a pyromaniac who Flagg tasks with finding the most powerful weapons left in the world. Flagg rules through fear, indulgence, and dark magic, crucifying those who cross him. He has resurrected the city's power, and he uses it to build a totalitarian state, preparing for a final apocalyptic war to wipe out the last remnants of the old world's morality in Boulder. He sends spies to infiltrate the free zone, planting bombs and sowing dissent. The conflict escalates. One of Flagg's bombs explodes in Boulder, killing several key figures, including the beloved Nick Andros. This act of terrorism galvanizes the community. At the same time, Mother Abagail, after going into the wilderness to atone for her pride, returns with her final divine vision. She tells the remaining leaders of Boulder that they must make a stand. 4 of them, Stu, Larry, Glenn Bateman, the sociologist, and Ralph Brentner, the farmer, must walk to Las Vegas with nothing but the clothes on their backs to confront the Dark Man. It is a final, epic pilgrimage, an act of faith against a being of immense power. Their journey is an ordeal. Stu breaks his leg and is left behind, seemingly to die. The other 3 are captured by Flagg's forces and brought to Las Vegas. Flagg, triumphant, stages a massive public execution for them in the center of the city. But Flagg's own house is in chaos. The Trash Can Man, driven completely insane, has gone beyond his orders and has brought back the ultimate weapon, A live nuclear bomb. He drags it into the heart of the city, an offering to his dark god. As Flagg prepares to execute the heroes, a ball of divine light appears. Flagg tries to destroy it with his own magic, but it turns back on him. In that moment, the hand of God, a massive, glowing, supernatural hand, descends from the sky and detonates the nuclear bomb. Las Vegas, the Dark Man, and all his followers are annihilated. Back in Boulder, the plague returns, but this time it is a normal flu, and the survivors, having faced the ultimate evil, are now strong enough to endure. Stu Redman, the sole survivor of The Stand, is rescued and makes the long journey home to Fran and her newborn baby. They have survived the apocalypse and the final battle. Humanity has been given a second chance, but the final question lingers. Will they have learned anything? And that's the entire epic story. Stephen King's magnum opus. This is the ultimate battle between good and evil. Who is your favorite Stephen King villain? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this summary and want to support the creation of more content, please consider using the donation link in the description below. Thank you for watching TLDR Movies and Books.